12 o'clock. But I finished the tiling. Tonight I put the bottom row of these little tiles in down the bottom here. And I stuck a few more up here. And I've got some masonry drills and drilled out around there. I've got like a little metal cover to go over the top of those. It's well, in theory that should go over the top like that. Ooh, a bit sticking out the top there. Yeah. So in theory that should be going like that, but they're going to have to be a bit shorter. So anyway, one thing I haven't done is to done the little angly things up there. I tried one and then I noticed I did it the wrong way around, and then I got a few tiles left over to potentially do that, but I think it's actually consistent with the other side, so maybe I think I'll just paint all this. Paint it nicely and go from there. I've tried to wipe all underneath there, and up in the corner here I've managed to put a little teeny bit of a shim of tile up there and a little teeny shim of tile there. Here I just popped a bit of black grouting, and I'll put some that's black adhesive. There is silicone behind that, and so yeah, tomorrow I'm going to grout it. Got my little grouty paddle here. It's not squeegee really. I can use for cleaning windows afterwards, I suppose. So that's ready to go tomorrow. I bought some black edging stuff, which is the same colour, well, it's the same make and matches up with the grout. At the front here I need to think of a solution. I think I'll put some tiles at the front there maybe. Probably sticking tiles there, you need to have a bit of a flexible joint there, so I might actually stand some tiles away, put some tiles on, stand them slightly away. Maybe they'll actually line up with that gap there, and then I'll put some mastic in the edge, and that'll be a kind of flexible joint there. Once the grout's done, we can get the shower door in, and also the fitting, which I haven't bought yet. Also, I need to actually seal up these gaps behind these valves. I might just put a little bit of squirty foam in there, and then actually that's what I most likely will do now. Pop a bit of squirty foam in there, just not too much, just enough to actually fill the gap in, and then I can run over with some silicone afterwards tomorrow. So that's it. So there we are, coming along, isn't it? I've got to paint this wall. I've got some white paint somewhere. I've got to paint the roof, and I've got to seal the holes up and do a lot of work on there. That's going to take the next 1 or 2 days as well. Hopefully the grouting will take a little bit of time tomorrow, and the ceiling can wait a few days. I think I'll do a ceiling on perhaps on Thursday night when everything's completely dry, because you don't want to stick any sealant on when you think you're going to perhaps get new water towards it, and make sure I've obviously got all the joints pretty well. Right, see you all, bye. So today is a day of actually doing some prep work. Let me show you. I've been giving the wall a second coat of the plaster over the joints. You can see I'm more or less got rid of all the colour of the joining tape. What I'm going to do is just sand over this so it's nice and smooth. A bit of damage down there, filled that in. Done all around here, so there's no more tape poking through. We can sand that down smooth. Be around, do a few gaps. Covered all the holes up on the roof. Need to sand those down. I've started actually just popping filling into the gap here. Eventually I'm going to fill it all up. The rest of the stuff what I need to do, I need to actually get this bit of roof here painted up, because I don't want to be painting while I've got when I'm grouting it, and I don't want any bits of paint falling on the new grouting that's sticking down here, on the new chalking, and yeah, I don't want any paint, not too much paint on the tiles. I don't know how I'm going to make sure I wipe them down and polish them after I finish. Also I need to seal, hang on, can't see anything, there we are, need to seal, what's going on? Okay, I need to seal along the roof here. I have to take some of the fittings out. I'll need to seal that joint and actually plaster over that joint as well. So these fittings are going to come out, electric's going to go off, and we're going to sort that out. Apart from that, I think I haven't decided what to do here yet. I may actually just tile it off. I think I've got some spare tiles there, so I might shove some tiles on there. I'll have to count what I've got left. But if I do that, all I have to do then is to just butt against plaster here and paint off on that joint there afterwards. I don't know whether I might need some sort of jointing thing. I'm not sure about that. So as you can see, there's a bit of a gap there to butt the new plaster against once it gets put on the back there. Last night I popped some squirty foam into the gaps here. I don't want to focus today. Hang on a second. We've got some. There we are. So I popped the squirty foam in there, just need to scrape that out. So that's pretty well sealed up. I may need to stick some sealants in there, but I don't think so. Need to clear up a little bit around the thread on there, look. That should take a 5-minute job. And yeah, last thing I need to do, I might do some grouting tile as well. So I've taped the joint up here and actually put a layer of plaster over the top there now. What can I say about it? I made it quite thick. So it's not so sloppy and it didn't not fell down. I've actually started to fill this gap up, fill these gaps up here now as well. Hope that's in focus. There we are. I put a bit of squirty cream in there just to pack it out a little bit. I'll scrape it off and then just make good with the plaster stuff. Okay, so I think I'm going to carry on and do some grouting now. Tomorrow, hopefully sand this down and paint it. I'll see how it sands down. I might have to stick another layer of plaster on it if it's not that good though. So I just finished doing the grouting and now I'm wiping it off. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. It's coming clean though, but it takes a lot of wiping and a lot of work. Maybe reconsider this in the future, but I was halfway there, start again. I think I'm going to go through, wipe it all off and then start again and do it all again. Yeah, well, I finished the grouting, but I have a problem. Yeah, the grout has stained the tiles. That's a bit disappointing. I'm sure that because obviously it's just on the surface. These are enamel tiles. It should be able to come off. I'm assuming the dye has actually just sunk into the matte finish on here. Some places it's actually a little bit worse because I can see where it's actually rubbed the surface the grout has. But well, grouting's finished. I think it's gonna be not quite as bad as it is looking. Once I've given it a good scrub, it should get rid of all of it, get rid of most of it, and then I can actually go at the places where it is stained and put more work into those areas. touch your wood, obviously. So yeah, I'm wondering what to do about that staining. I've had a glimmer of inspiration. I'll show you tomorrow.